Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sofia with an F. If you guys are listening right now, please subscribe, like, comment. If you love me, you're going to do that for me. My I Have Options collection, we're sold out of a bunch of sizes, but there is still some stuff left. But we're not going to be restocking it. And I'm recording not live. I always want to say I'm fucking recording live. No, you're not, bitch. From WTF Media Studios, Black-owned studio, super chic, super amazing. And I'm here with Becca fucking Moore.
Oh my God. I'm peeking right now. This is my dream. Are you kidding?
Becca, you said that when I walked in. You were like, I'm totally fangirling. I don't believe you. No, I mean it.
I met your mom and I was like pulling up random receipts from the OG days. Like I remember. Oh, I'm an OG fan.
You are?
Yes.
From like a year ago.
Oh yeah. You know, more than a year. Years.
Okay, when people tell me that, I swear to God, I still don't understand. And I'm like, wait, people actually listen to Sofia with an F?
Oh my God.
I swear.
I listened to Sofia with an F. Are you kidding?
Oh my. Okay,
I'm like, do you need a blonde co-host?
Actually, I fucking do. And I was telling Becca before we started this, you are me, but blonde.
Can you write that down? I'm looking at my manager.
Yeah. Oh my God, my mom is here, guys. My mom has never been in the studio when I've recorded, and she's wanted to before. Do you feel like if your mom was in the room, you would try to censor yourself a little bit?
I would not say anything.
But I can't. Like, I can't. This is my job. So I'm actually probably going to be over the top, disgusting.
Just to make her mad. Yeah.
Probably. Okay, Becca. So Becca you're so much more than an influencer.
Oh my God.
Influencer has such a bad rep these days. Just that word.
I say I do freelance marketing, like to everyone, to randoms on the street. I don't tell them what I do.
That's fucking brilliant. Yeah. Freelance marketing.
I'm just a TikToker. That's what I do. That's even worse.
Would you rather be referred to as a TikToker or an influencer?
A content creator, I feel like, is like the least you know, when you like meet people. I'm from Ohio. So I'm originally from Ohio, and like this is not anything that anyone in Ohio does, you know? Like, and it just got crazy for me in the last year. So I'm still balanced. I'm trying to figure out how to introduce myself to people still. Like, what do you say? Podcast?
I switch it up every single time.
Make it up.
I make shit up. I'm like, I say the podcast thing. Yeah. Which is actually the most cringe out of all of those because every single person has a podcast. Yeah,
but yours is different though.
I know, but imagine me saying I have a podcast, but mine's different.
Better, yeah.
Like that's probably the most cringe thing you can say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to come up with something. But your TikTok, I was scrolling on there for fucking hours.
No.
Before we dive into your TikTok, Becca, why does Jonathan
Foodgod. We're in a huge fight right now. Well, not right now, but like we've been in an ongoing one. I have a cardboard cutout of him in my room right now. He is like iconic to me. So basically what happened is I pretended like I was running for president. I went on like a fake campaign and I said, once I am president, I'm going to put Foodgod on house arrest. And he did not like that. And then I swear to God, he reported me 20 times.
Stop.
The video immediately got taken down. And I found out if you like hashtag or tag him in any hate, he is on that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
No, of course. Yeah, we're cussing up a storm.
He like freaks out. He gets everything taken down. He got my account suspended for a week.
Stop it.
I'm dead serious right now. So then I kept going with it. After I got my account back, I kept making videos saying, Foodgod, like, I know you're in love with me. And then my fans they ran with it so hard that they edited his Wikipedia to say that we were like undying lovers and like we are like obsessed with each other. And then that he's in love with me and like all of this stuff. And then there was an article that was written. It was like, are Becca Moore and Foodgod dating? Here are the facts we know. And then they're like, it was like speculation. So anyway, I got a cardboard cut out of him to make him even more mad. But then that video got taken down too.
So
for bullying.
He's on top of his shit.
Oh, he's on top.
You can't say one negative thing about him.
Well, have you seen his like in the past? He's like attacked random little girls and called them fat for like attacking him on Twitter. On Twitter, yeah.
See, I already hated him. Sorry, try to take my episode down. You won't be able to, but
he will. He will. Oh yeah, and then I went to this Revolve party in like LA and I saw him there. He was there. And I didn't know if he would recognize me. So I got my friend to like go ask for a picture with him, and then I jumped in the back. So I have a picture with Foodgod. Don't tell him. I posted it in feed on my Instagram. Like that's on my Instagram right now.
It's just out of all the people, the fact that you are Foodgod's like public enemy number one is
oh my God. And I think it's still on his Wikipedia. Please go look it up.
the bragging rights though.
I know. I should start bringing that up more. I feel like I always forget.
That's like you should be leading the conversation. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the influencer content creator shit.
I'm Foodgod's enemy right now.
Public enemy number one. That's fucking hilarious. Okay, there's like I don't even know where to start, but you have several TikToks where you show kind of like throwback pictures of how you used to edit your photos.
Yes.
The Facetune.
I used to be a Facetuner, you guys. Very bad. It was bad.
Can you? Oh my God, they're so fucking funny.
I was like delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been through a phase of like bad Facetune?
Yes, 100%. And to be honest, I'll still do a little Facetune here and there if I need to.
I'm not against. I've never said I was anti Facetune. I just said I don't think people should be like girls should be that are influencers should be warping their bodies because that's just lying. Like one thing about me, I do love to lie, but not when it comes to what I look like because that's so awkward when you meet people in person and you look completely different. I don't know.
I always think about that.
And what was my goal? Like my demographic on Instagram is like 90% girls. So I don't want to like try to make girls feel bad about themselves by making me look like a stick, you know?
Right.
So yeah, and then when I started blowing up on TikTok, people started calling me out and I was delusional and I thought no one could tell. So when I realized like people can see what I'm doing, I have to stop. So yeah.
So what, once you notice like you have to see people in person, you're like, I need to
Yeah, well there were lines also. Like it's not like there are lines behind me being warped everywhere I walk, you know? Like that doesn't even make sense. Like it looked so bad. Like I don't even know what I don't know.
You know what I find? I like actually really want to get your opinion on this. The Kardashians are constantly getting caught for Facetune.
And they just ignore the act and keep going.
I think they do it on purpose. I swear to God, I think they do it on purpose. So like they have a bunch of people in the comments freaking out and like picking apart their photos. Because there's no way you have that amount of money and teams of people around you and you're fucking up a Facetune, right?
I don't know. I feel like they're just bad at Facetune. I feel like their whole thing is being hot. Like they have to be hot.
Yeah.
So when there's so much pressure on you being hot, I can totally see where that comes from of people being like, I think their biggest fear is people commenting and saying they're not that hot anymore, you know, or getting old.
Right.
So I think they have a lot of pressure on them. And I bet it's addicting. Like, I don't know.
Do you think they Facetune their own pictures?
Yeah. They can't ask.
They can't ask. Oh, you know everyone in their camp has signed an NDA. For sure.
True.
For sure.
By now, though, I feel like someone would have broken it.
Maybe. But
they
also,
edit, and I don't know. Their egos are so big.
So big. But the thing with Facetune, no, I feel you, is the body I won't touch. Like, I won't touch my body.
No.
The face, sometimes, like, I'll fix the under eye bag, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's so fucked up. Instagram, it kind of like, everyone looks like the same person now.
Everyone is on FaceApp, I will tell you.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Everyone is editing their pictures. It's not like everyone is. So, I mean, if you see a hot girl, you know that feeling when you see a guy that you used to like and he's like following all these girls, but they're all face and you're like insecure. You're like, oh my God, I don't look like her. It's because she doesn't even look like her. Like she's editing her face. None of it's real. I mean, especially filters I can't even. I love how I'm about to go on a rant on like no filters. When
we're literally like the number one offenders. We're like, who does that?
Right now, I'm like using a filter like right now. So I don't know. I'm not like some saint where I'm above all of that stuff, but I just want to give you guys a warning. Like nothing is real on Instagram. Nothing. So, yeah.
I love how you preface that. It's that feeling of a guy and you see that he like goes and follows all of these girls who look so fucking hot and you kind of want to die, right?
Yeah, and then you see them in person.
And you see them in person and you're like, this is not the same girl.
And then you're like, oh my God, I was like watching makeup tutorials on YouTube, like watching like that girl TikToks, like trying to like look like her. And then you see them and you're like, oh my God, what have I been doing? Like, I don't know. Yeah, no. It's always like a blonde girl named like Ashley with like Leigh, and that's like with like all like the orange and white filters on. I'm like, okay.
The orange and white filters.
Like, you know when they edit like out the green and it's all orange?
Yes.
Like the white is
Yes.
like really toned down saturation.
Yes.
It's always that. Like 10 Ashleys. So
It's always a fucking Ashley. You guys heard it here first. But, and I am just thinking about this conversation. I really hope we don't sound like we're fucking haters right now.
I don't want to get canceled right now. No. I love all my Ashleys out there.
No,
They're like my main demographic. So.
We love our Ashleys and we don't judge if you're going to like Photoshop some stuff here and there. But to a certain extent, that's what I always say.
Yes, because no one is looking at this picture thinking, oh, this would be hot if she edited her waist like 2 more inches. No, you're already hot. The picture's hot. Just post the picture. It looks hot. I don't know. So.
I'm the most gullible person with that, where I genuinely think the people on Instagram look like that.
Me too.
Even though I like can understand, I can comprehend that that's not the truth, right?
Yes.
But
on
it doesn't,
paper,
on paper. But it still like affects my self-esteem, and I still am like, I know for a fact that girl looks like that in real life, and it's never true.
It's never true, dude. I'm still in that phase. I can't even be talking right now. I'm in pain right now watching his following count go.
No, me too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Facetune, you kind of like calmed down on doing that. You were part of a sorority.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I was the villain in a sorority, not just part of it. I was like the villain.
Wait, what does that mean? You were the villain of the sorority?
I just never paid, and I was in it for like 4 years. I never paid one time, like ever.
Okay.
Like ever.
Sororities are expensive as fuck,
I was
right?
I was a poor kid. I was from Ohio. Why did they let me in it? Like when you're rushing, they lie to you. They're like, oh, it's not like the finances because you're not allowed to talk about finances during rush. And they kind of like lied. I'm actually genuinely poor. Like my family, not anymore, but my family is super poor still.
Okay.
They're like in Ohio, like in the trenches right now.
Okay.
But I was like, none of my family's ever been to college, been in a sorority. I don't even know what I was thinking. It's because all of the people on my floor, like I was in college on a scholarship. So anyway, all the girls on my floor were like super hot and fun, and they were all rushing. So I wanted to rush.
Yeah.
And then I got in and I realized it's like thousands of dollars a semester. And I don't have, I have like, and I have like $2. I don't have $1,000. Like,
so what?
Nothing.
You like do rush week and then you get initiated in, and then they're like, oh, by the way, this is actually thousands of dollars.
Yes. And then I just never paid. But then I ended up randomly like getting like I got attached to all the girls. Like the girls kind of got attached to me, and then they kind of like I feel like they just let it slide. Like they didn't say anything. I don't want to get sued by the organization. Like, so I never really got in trouble for that. What I got in trouble for was leaving alcohol up on my Instagram. Like I would post with alcohol all the time.
Wait, and you would get in trouble?
Yes,
because you were 21, right?
No, just like even after 21. Have you been in a sorority?
No. But tell me I didn't belong.
No, what? You would have been, you would have been the president.
I would have been the president. That's like my biggest regret in life.
Really? Yeah.
Is not joining a sorority.
It made me like girls a lot. Like I lived in the house for 2 years. And by the way, never paid rent. Like, I feel like I owe a lot of money to that.
You're just a finesser, though, and I think that's one of the biggest compliments ever.
Thank you. Write that down. Everyone remember that. But I would like post pictures with alcohol. I would go out. I would sneak out of that. Okay, so we had dry weeks. You can't drink that entire week.
Why?
Because it's a cult. Because you have to be pure. You have to be pure. For
okay, so it's like religion.
Yes, it's like a fake cult religion.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be your purest self. So you can't drink. So you're locked in the house basically for a week. No, that's not going to work for me. Like I was sneaking out. I snuck out every time there was a dry week, and they obviously saw me like getting out of the house, and then they would have and then I would gaslight them and be like, what are you talking about? And then anyway, I ended up posting this picture with like a red Solo cup, and I edited it into a Coke can.
Stop.
And I had to have standards meeting after standards meeting. And then at the end, I was like, you know what? I want to post alcohol. Like I'm in college right now. Like, are you kidding?
Also, I'm sorry, but arguably the red Solo cup could have whatever in there. Like, right?
No, but it was like it was definitely vodka. Like,
No, I think the red Solo cup is actually the biggest giveaway for alcohol being in it.
And I was also posting like beer can, like it was worse than that. I'm making it sound like less bad than it was.
So,
I
okay,
was like
so you were
really posting the alcohol for sure. But I was flexing. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not 21 and I'm drinking. Like, that was cool, you know?
Okay. I was the exact same way where I thought
Yeah.
it was the cool. I was the type of girl that I would go to parties and my friends would be like, oh my God, like Jared's here, like freaking out about dudes. And I would be like, eye on the prize. How do we get alcohol? How do we get as drunk as possible?
Yes. Why was that the goal?
I
always?
don't know.
To get as drunk as you can?
I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, like I can drink, Jared.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding? No, I used to drink, I used to drink 7.5 shots and then go out in college. 7.5.
That's insane.
I don't know how I survived. I'm alive though, but now I drink like 3 and I'm like, whoa, like who should I text? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you were photoshopping out the alcoholic beverages and like
Badly,
replacing them with shit.
Yeah, I put a Starbucks logo on a vodka lemonade one time, and I had another meeting for that. And then I would show up to chapter every Sunday, and they would always have a slide that said, it still counts if you edit out the alcohol, like no posting it, make this look trashy. And then they would make me talk to them after chapter every week. And then they stopped letting me vote in things. Like they would make me get up and leave out the door every time because I wasn't following the purity rules or something. I can't remember. Don't figure out what sorority it is, by the way.
So you were like the sorority menace.
Yes, I was like the negative evil presence. But like I was like the anti-sorority president, and like I kind of like I would show up to breakfast every day and I'd be like, isn't this weird? Does anyone think this is weird that like the girls that we're eating with right now are like the ones that get us in trouble and they're our age and they're in charge of us? Like it's weird.
That is really fucking weird.
It's a weird dynamic, and we're supposed to be best friends and sisters. It's more like political like dynamics right now, like culty vibes. Like, I'm sorry, Sarah from geometry. I don't care if you care that I posted that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah.
And also they're like, do you even go to the sorority because we have not seen you pay rent?
Another thing that I would do that I got in trouble for. I lived in the house, okay? All our meetings were in the house, in the basement. And that's where the snacks were. Okay. Like, that's where all the snacks were. And I never knew when I had do not disturb on our like sorority group chat to let us know when we had to be at things. But every night I always wanted the snacks downstairs.
Yes.
So I would always like creep down and then I would walk in the middle of like mandatory meetings. And I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I knew I was coming down for this meeting.
So you were on the roll call sheet, even though there's like no record. See, that's why you're going to be safe after this episode, because like there's no record of you
I was
at that
there.
sorority.
Like I had attendance. I wrote my name down, initialed it. So yeah.
So was there, because I was never part of a sorority, I've heard horror stories like circling girls fat with a marker, telling them to lose weight. Is that just, I mean, I'm sure that shit happens.
I'm sure. Not in mine. Mine was, I wanted there to be like shit like that.
Right.
I was like getting ready. I was like, all right, I'm getting A's. Tell me what I need to do to be hotter.
Yeah.
No, nothing. They were like, oh yeah. Nothing happened.
That's a real
maybe my sorority wasn't cool enough. Wait, I'm gonna get canceled for that.
That's actually really disappointing.
I know.
Honestly, like I'd be pissed too. Like, come on, let's like up the ante here. Why the fuck am I here? If I don't feel like shit, why am I here? Okay. Oh my God, this other thing, I was dying. The loyalty test.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
that is something bad that I did.
Can you please explain it?
Yeah, it started, I saw that concept before somewhere, but I guess I just like rolled with it. Girls like that think their boyfriend is cheating on them, they DM me, and then I just message their boyfriend and hit on him and see if he'll DM me back. So I just screenshot it. They tell me what to say.
Okay, so the girls reach out to you.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No, I don't. Have you seen that like menace on TikTok who like messages the girls' husbands just to make them mad? Okay, I'm not comparable to her. I don't know.
No, wait. What does she do?
She just, when girls make her mad, it's just this crazy unhinged woman.
Okay.
And we are not the same person. That's not me. I hope people don't think that's me. She messages girls' husbands like randomly out of the blue just to try to make them mad. I don't do that. The girls already think that their boyfriend is cheating, and they're being like, a lot of times they're being like gaslit into believing that they're crazy. So they need the physical proof in order to get out of the relationship.
Gotcha.
And yeah, every day I get like about 100 people asking me to do it, but I can't do all of them anymore.
No, absolutely not.
I might like hire someone to do it for me.
You should.
It's like too much work, dude. And I feel guilty every time I'm like, your boyfriends are so slow to reply and they're awful to talk to.
So you'll randomly hit them up, their boyfriends. I mean, after they've asked you.
Yeah.
What's your pickup line? These guys have to be. Hey, I know a hot girl like doesn't have to do much, or just a girl in general to slide into the DMs.
You don't have to do anything. Like you literally are like. Sometimes I'll just like a couple old pictures to make it seem like less like real body. Because I mean, I do have a follow. Like, why would I DM like a random guy who's private from like Arkansas? So I'll like a couple pictures and then like wait for him to like some back, and then I'm in.
And then you're in.
Because I was just like, hey,
I was gonna say there's no way these guys believe like a girl as hot as you is like trying to like slide in.
Oh my god, I love you. What else though? Anything else?
Guys, if you are not watching the video, Becca is super, super hot. B cup, C cup, actually.
Oh my god. Write that down.
They're beautiful. They're
perfect. Wait. How do you slide in DMs? Are you single right now?
I don't. Yes, I am. But I'm kind of dating someone.
Who is it?
I can't say, but I will tell you off here. 100%. And I'll show you pictures.
Sophia's dating.
Yeah, and his dick is amazing.
What?
I'll show you pictures of that too. Like,
what?
I don't give a fuck. Incredible, but I've never slid into a DM ever.
What?
Ever.
Ever?
No.
What do you do when you like a guy?
So this guy, I met him organically. Shocker. I know. He like came up to me in the club.
What?
But before that, I would meet guys on dating apps. Are you on dating apps right now? You're on a couple.
Yes.
And how many dates like do you go on from them? None.
I only do it. Okay, I'm single. I got broken up with like 2 months ago.
Okay, I was about to ask you. Okay, how are you doing?
On my birthday. It was on my birthday, dude. Yeah.
Why on your birthday?
Because
he's evil?
Yeah.
That's actually evil.
He flew to Nashville and decided, well, we've never had a good relationship, I'm going to be honest. Like, it was never
Let's
good.
start there.
Yeah, it was super, super toxic. So I'm not like ready to date anyone. Like I'm like anti-dating right now. Like I won't go on it. I haven't even been able to like text anyone because I'm like, that guy is evil. But I'm also choosing not to be jaded though, because I think that was just like a once, hopefully in a lifetime kind of toxic. Like I don't think that'll ever happen to me again because now I'm smarter.
You're smarter. I actually totally agree with that. When was my breakup? Like 7 months ago, and I'm still not fully over it.
Yeah.
Are you? And you're not over yours, obviously, because it just happened.
Yeah, I'm just remembering. Right now, I'm in the phase of like remembering things that happened, and I'm getting angry. I'm like in the anger phase, where I'm like,
that's a great phase, by the way.
Yeah. Why?
No, that's awful. It's a great. I would rather be in that phase than in the
sadness.
In the did I fuck up? Was that like a really good guy phase? Like
no. That was never a phase.
Okay, so that wasn't even an option.
Well, maybe in like the first couple days, but Sofia, it was like
really
some
toxic.
of the conversation. Like it was just crazy. Like I believed he basically said everything was always my fault. And
gaslighting.
That like he had to treat me so bad, and he was sorry, but like if only I was less cold, then he would have been able to treat me better and stuff like that. And so I would go home to my poor mother, and I'd be like, he convinced me that my mom and dad were the reason.
Okay, this has controlling psychopath 101. Like, this is like textbook.
I almost like don't even want to give him like airtime on this because he would be so excited.
He's so excited.
But yeah.
And he's a clout chaser. Okay, so Becca, what were we doing with this guy? Were you like kind of in a vulnerable? Okay, it was the sex. A little bit.
I mean, okay, if you're in an evil relationship, it's why, like, if you're blocked by your significant other while you're dating, then you're probably having good sex. I'm just gonna be honest.
Absolutely.
One time, okay, I'll just give you one example, and then we should probably move on. 'Cause he's going to like jack off
yeah, and like take a clip and post it.
Yes. One time, I will say, well, okay, our entire relationship, there was another girl that he would use against me, like, he like hooked up, he flew her out to make me, like, basically just saying like he had to do this to show me, like, to make me care again, kind of.
The shit coming out of your mouth is
I know, but that wasn't even the story I was going to tell. So I was mad about that one day. And then I got over it. Well, obviously he was mad. That was the biggest problem. He cheated on me with this girl who seems awesome. And he would anytime I would make him mad, or I would go to some big event, or I would get flown out, he would be like, you know what, then maybe I should talk to whatever her name was.
Mhm.
Like she's the opposite of you. She doesn't care about the social media life, like all of that. And I'm like, well, that's my job though. Like
Yeah.
that's literally like what pays my bills. I have to go. I have to do this. And he thought it was, but okay, also he posts more than I do. Like he cares more about social media.
That's a cringe, right?
Yeah. So he was using her against me. I got over it. I was like, whatever, like maybe he's right. Maybe I just need to be nicer to him. But also I was like, maybe you should date her. Like, I feel like you guys should be good together. And then he was like, no, how could you say that? You don't care about me. And then anyway, that day we like were laughing about how crazy our fights were. And then I was like, oh my God, I just got a DM from this guy. He wants to pay me $40 to insult him and like send him like insults. And I told him that I did that one time in college. In college, I was 19. I got $40 from a guy just to copy and paste the insults that this guy sent to me.
Oh my God, he would write the insults for you?
Yes.
Oh, so it was like
anything.
zero
And
effort.
Remember, I wasn't paying my sorority bills. I needed $40.
Cha-ching,
Yeah.
all the way to the bank.
So I told him I did that one time, and he was like, oh my God, I need to go talk to her, the girl, because you're a slut. Like, you're a slut. I can't believe I'm dating someone who's so like, you disgust me. And he was my boyfriend, and he blocked me for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you try to reach out to him? Because
Email. We were emailing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when you know. If you're emailing a guy that you're dating, he's my boyfriend.
Right.
Get out of that relationship.
That's when I knew, because I've been in one really, really toxic relationship. Sex was amazing, and the blocking game was
Unhinged.
like our favorite shit to do to each other.
Yeah.
When you guys are talking over Venmo or talking over email, or like that, letters,
yeah,
drive-bys and showing up at the house, like that's when you know,
it's time to get out.
It's time to get out. You guys should not be communicating, and you shouldn't be calling them *67 until their phone dies. Like it's just
no, I know. He would call me crazy names, like all of the names in the book. It was like verbally abusive. He would call me all the names in the book. I would block him, obviously. And then he would cry and he'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'll go to therapy.
Yeah.
I'll go to therapy. And I was like, at the time, I was like, oh my God, I love him. Like, I loved one version of him. You know? But he can't be that version all the time. And so now I'm like, in the beginning of the breakup after my birthday, I was so sad. I was like, I miss him. I miss like the version of him that he was sometimes. And so I went through like a really sad phase, but
now we're in the angry phase.
I'm in the anger phase because I'm remembering, because people keep asking me about him. They're like, what happened? And I'm like, actually, he was a little bit bad. So, and I can't believe I thought I was a bad guy the entire time. Like, I really thought I just need to be nicer. I just need to compliment him a little bit more and make him feel more comfortable with all these trips I'm going on and all of this stuff. And then we can have a happy relationship. But I'm learning now that like I'm not responsible for two people's emotions. I'm only responsible for my emotions. Especially, I never cheated on him and he cheated on me. So.
Yeah. That's the thing, is they're so good at making you think everything is your fault. I remember that. I would feel guilty all the time.
With guilt.
Yeah. And I would talk to my friends and family and I'd be like, okay, but like the reason he slept over at his best friend's house, who's a girl, like there was a reason he did that. It's because I was acting up that day, or like, you know, and then you hear yourself and you look back at the situation. You're like, I'm sorry, what, like, did someone hijack your brain?
That's what it makes me so upset, because when he broke up with me on my birthday and I tell this story to people, I'm like, oh, he was yelling at me, but he was yelling at me in front of everyone, all my friends at the bar. But he had to do that because I accused him of hitting on my friend. And they're like, what?
Which he absolutely was.
Yeah. Oh, I know he was. And anyway, yeah. So I was like, no, you don't know the full story. Okay, I was totally to blame because I did this.
Yes.
And they're like, no. He went home with another girl in Nashville the day after your birthday, and you're making excuses for him. And I was like, you're right. Oh my God.
But you know what?
But I'm in therapy now.
You're in therapy. Amazing.
Well.
Also, the way you're talking about him right now, I can tell like you're removed enough from the situation. I feel like you're seeing things as they are. Also, I love that you said, I'm not gonna, go into dating fucking jaded now.
No, that was a one and done thing. First of all, that is none of that behavior. Now I understand that behavior was not normal. And okay, also my grandma was in an abusive relationship. So my mom ran away from home and then found herself in an abusive relationship. And then married this guy, not my dad, the guy before my dad. And then she had a daughter with this abusive guy. And my sister, we would always talk about like, mom is crazy for staying with that guy. How could she ever? And then I watched my sister go into an abusive relationship.
Wow.
So even though you can speculate and be like, wow, like I remember judging my sister then. I was like, how could you've watched all of the strong women in our life fall into this. How could you ever like let a guy abuse you like that? And then I was mad at her. I remember I was so mad at her.
Yeah.
And then I found myself in the same thing. So it can happen but I'm ending the cycle right now. Like,
right.
We're done. No more generational. Like, I'm not doing that to my kids. I'm not having a kid with a guy who is evil.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
I feel that.
I'm like, the cycle ends here for sure. But you do what you see, you know, like
yeah.
I feel like when you see something happening so much, it's just what you expect in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what I fell into, of being like, well, this is normal because it happened to my sisters, it happened to my mom, it happened to my grandma, and probably the ladies above that.
Yeah.
Like, if it keeps happening, I really believe that, like, but now I'm watching my mom with a guy who I want to be my stepdad. And he is like amazing. Like, and
that.
It brings out like such like great aspects of her personality that I haven't seen. And so now I want a relationship like that. So now I'm seeing healthy around me, and that's what I'm going to have. So
yes.
I'm not gonna like walk into a relationship expecting like being jealous or like scared. And I just also, worst case scenario, what is the worst case scenario? I end up single for my entire life, but like I feel like that wouldn't even be that
does
bad.
not sound bad at all.
Like why are people scared of being single? I don't know.
LOL me, always in a relationship, but always talking about how like single life, best life. But no, I would way rather be completely alone than in a relationship. I mean, those toxic relationships, I think what you were saying, it's like a lot of times it's all you know. So you enter into a relationship like that. But I also think on the flip side, I've had a lot of friends who just didn't know the signs or had never seen a relationship like that. So they didn't know what to look out for. And I think the biggest misconception is that you're not mentally strong, you know, as a woman, if you're in a relationship like that.
I still feel a lot of, like, one thing I'm working on in therapy is like self-blaming. Like, oh, how could I, God, I'm so stupid. How could I not see all of this stuff that he was doing? And why I started censoring all the stories to my friends. Like, I didn't tell them the full truth.
Yep.
And that's when you know, when you're taking parts out of stories, you need out. I didn't tell them the whole stories. I still haven't even told everyone everything because it's just like so embarrassing. Like, how could you take them back? But it's not embarrassing. Like,
it's really not. It's
an addiction in your brain. It's an addiction of like, one day I was an angel to this guy, and then the next day I was the devil. So I would always be fighting to be the angel again and show him, no, I'm like perfect, just like you said.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to get back to like the love bomby stage that we were in the beginning. And so that's just never going to end well. Like, trying to be a version of a person that doesn't exist, that they made up in their head. Because I was never a perfect angel.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, that's why he blocked me for 2 weeks.
For something you did when you were 19.
19!
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm still mad about it. See, I get mad again. Then I'm like, are you kidding me? How did I don't know. But it's not my fault.
No, absolutely it's not your fault. But I mean, I've been there before. I've been there and I look back and I'm like, oh, you really like actually let him, you know, do that or get away with that or make you believe that.
Yes.
It's like, it's, you know, we learn from it. And
I feel a lot more powerful now, honestly. I feel so much clarity. I feel so smart, and like I know the signs to watch out for. And I'm like laughing at things again. I'm like happy again. So I think this is gonna be a good thing. I'm kind of glad I went through that. I feel like that made me a stronger person.
Yeah.
But
I think
hopefully,
that's so fair to say.
Yeah. Will never do that again. And he needs a lot. He needs to like not date for like probably
for his life.
Entire life.
for his entire lifetime.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you're out of that also, by the way, because that shit can get really scary. And I remember being in that relationship. It's the most stressful shit every single day.
I didn't get any work done. I did nothing. I did nothing. I would stay in because he convinced me all my friends are bad. They're all social climbers. They're all using you. Like, why do you hang out with them? So I would stay in drinking a bottle of wine, talking to him instead. And then I started getting depressed. It was like, and then I was like, what am I doing with this guy? Like, I don't know. And I tried to get out many times actually, but it obviously never worked.
It's so hard.
It's so
Because then they hit you with the fucking love bomb.
Yes, but then when he like got rid of me on my birthday for accusing him of hitting on my friend, whatever.
It wasn't an accusation. I know for a fact that he was hitting on her.
You don't even know him, and yeah,
No.
for sure he was. But
I just remember that shit.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't hitting on her. No, and it's like, no, looking back, yeah, you absolutely were.
Well, that wasn't even all. Like he just thought all my friends. He was like everything's about. It was my birthday. He was like everything's about Becca all the time. Like Becca, Becca, Becca. I was like, well, it's my birthday today, so kind of about me today. I don't know.
You're like, out of all the days, I think this one, like, you should let it slide. You should let it be Becca today.
Yeah.
So I do want to get into listener questions because I feel like you are so good at giving advice and this is totally up your alley. But he was not down with your career at all.
No, he said he was, but he wasn't.
Do you find that a lot of guys are into it or don't like it?
They like it at first, and then they get scared because, well, I'm also like, things are it's crazy right now. I'm like growing a lot, and like things are happening really fast. So I just don't really have time for guys. But I think that if I were to date, like, how do you find a guy that's secure? Is your
He is. He is. I mean, there have definitely been conversations like, you know, should we be public about our relationship or like, you know, da-da-da-da-da. But it does take a really, really secure guy.
I just feel like
I
haven't found him yet. I need it to be someone that's like MIA, like not really on socials, but like likes that I'm doing it, like but doesn't want to do it, but like rich, hot. I don't know.
Rich, hot,
like mysterious. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Like not definitely like not mentally ill. I'm just gonna be honest. Someone like sane, like stable.
Maybe a tad mentally ill, like but like manageable.
Yeah. Not like not personality disorder. No.
No, I totally feel that, and I think you and I are the personality in our relationships.
Oh yeah,
right?
That's what I kind of need though. I can't. It was like I don't want to compete with someone.
No,
like if I dated like an influencer, like have you ever? I don't even know. Like, have you ever like been around, I don't know, a big TikTok guy and they have to be the star the entire time? Like,
I can't.
It's just like you're fighting to be the star.
No, no, I'm not going to fight. And also, it's just, I'm just going to be funnier and I'm going to be more fun than you.
Yeah, I feel like you're probably way smarter than any guy you've ever dated.
So smarter. I mean, I did date a guy that went to Harvard. So like, I don't know if I could say I was smarter than that one.
You heard it here first.
But in my own way, way smarter.
Yeah.
Genius.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. When I was researching you, Becca, because I did do my research, I found this article and you said something that I loved so much and it stuck with me. And you were talking about being a content creator. And you said, I wish I would have gotten into this sooner.
Yes.
Right?
I used to think that like content creators were the chosen ones kind of, and that they are like on a pedestal. They were born to be a content creator. Which I think I was a little bit because no job, just literally because no job I could do. I have ADD and like I'm too creative. I have no jobs I could ever do. Like, no.
Yeah.
I was about to start a 9-to-5 after college and I had like 4,000 followers on Instagram, like nothing at the time. But I loved to post. I graduated in COVID. So in 2020, there were no jobs. Yeah. And I was about to be in like HR, like recruiting, like something like that. Like, can you imagine? I break every rule. I got like kicked out of.
They're like, you cannot work in the HR department.
They found my Instagram and they were like, and I was posting in bathing suits. I was being like hot on Instagram. And I've always loved social media. I've always like been into that. So they found it and they were like, hey, you have to delete all of your social media. You have to make it private and change your name and take down all of your bikini posts.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Or like,
is this a Fortune 500 company?
No, I was gonna make like 40K
C-suite level position. Okay, then they can fucking relax.
Yeah,
calm down.
I know, but then I was like, my family's really poor, like really poor. So the fact that I'm the only one that graduated from college.
And very impressive, by the way.
Oh my God, thank you. I love you.
That's a big deal.
After like I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it because I like to post things. Like I've always liked to post things. If they take away, if they're already taking away 40 hours of my week, they also want to take away the life outside of that.
Yeah.
So I was trying to explain that to my parents, and they were like, "You're insane. Like, you're actually insane." I started bartending, and I had so much time on my hands that I started making TikToks, and that's when I blew up. So thank God, though, I didn't delete my social media. Like, thank God.
I fucking love that. So you followed your passion and you were doing bartending on the side. That's what I always tell people. Because I think a lot of people want to be in the content creation space. And it's like, we're not like the chosen people. Because I used to feel the same way.
Yeah,
I'd be
like watching people and you're like, oh, I wish that could be me.
I'll never be that girl.
Yeah, it can be you. It can be anyone. Look, I did it. I'm from Ohio.
I'm from Utah. Hi,
you are?
You have Ohio and Utah here, and we're
look at us now. We're in New York City, people.
If we can do it, literally anyone listening.
No, I'm not kidding. Like anyone. Have you heard this conversation? Anyone can do it. You can do it. I guarantee. Ashley with the orange filters, like you're next, babe.
You're 100% next if you're listening to this. We're like a walking testimonial. Anyone can do this shit. I'm not shitting on us. We are very talented.
No, other than that, we're the smartest people we've ever met.
100%. But I tell people, if you fucking hate the place you work and you're there for 40 hours a week, go bartend or be a hostess or whatever and pursue your passion on the side.
Life is literally a playground. This life is not real. Like, we are video game characters. Yeah, we're like Sims. You can do, what's the point of living a long, miserable life? I always tell my siblings, not to throw them under the bus, but they
need to get their shit together.
Get their shit together. They're working like the weirdest, randomest jobs. I'm like, and they're miserable. They live life. It feels like they live life like
to get home.
Yeah, to get
off work.
Yes. I'm like, dude, like, I was one of you. I lived with you my whole life, and I moved. You guys should try to move, maybe, and like just like bartend. Like, I don't know. I've always felt like life is a playground, and I'm only here for like 80 to 90 years. Why am I I'm not gonna waste my life working a job that I don't want to do.
No. And I did that for 4 years when I worked in finance, and I was the most depressed.
Really?
That was also when I was in that super toxic relationship. I wonder why. Because I was just so depressed. I was just in a very vulnerable state, you know?
When you're happy with your life, there's no time for toxic people.
For bullshit.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Okay, so we're geniuses and we just flipped everyone's life upside down. But no, I agree with you. We don't have that much time here at all. And if you're anything like me and party like me and treat your body the way I do, like I have 20 years left.
Yeah,
like,
maybe 40. Yeah. I might live to 40.
Yeah, I think I'm 50s. 50s is going to be my hot spot. Okay, so we're going to do Save Our Sleuths SOS. We're going to answer these listener questions, and I feel like you're going to be fucking amazing at this because this is what you do for a living.
Yeah, I do.
Straight up.
I save the sleuths.
You save the sleuths.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 1. Hey, Sofia, do you agree with the saying, marry the man that loves you, not the man that you love? So,
okay. Wait, what?
So basically,
the one that loves you more than you love.
Yeah. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think, I think the way that she phrased it is a little dramatic because she's making it sound like marry someone that you literally hate and you have no feelings for. Obviously not. I do think it's in relationships, I am one of those people, the other person needs to be more into it than I do.
Me too. Me fucking too. That's why I love bombing. I'm like, you're right. I am great. Oh my God. How'd you know?
Is that horrible to say?
I don't know. I've been through it and I still loved it. Like, it was awesome. I was working towards love bombing. But yeah. So, but then maybe.
But I mean, you can be in a healthy relationship and still have that person more into you than you are into them.
Yeah.
It probably stems from like a deep insecurity of mine. And I just like, that's like where I feel safe. I don't know.
The guy does have to be a little bit more attached because he just traditionally like women get stuck with the kids a lot.
Yes.
And like if a guy leaves you and you have children and like all of this burden on you, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, maybe he should be a little bit more into me than I'm to him. Because I don't want to have to deal with kids by myself.
Yeah.
No. So yeah.
That's how I look at it too. I think women are just by nature caretakers and nurturing and all of that stuff. Men traditionally aren't.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to be able to meet in the middle. Okay. You want to be able to meet in the middle. You know what I mean?
And if a guy is like super into you, it can kind of like bring out parts of your personality that you didn't even know that you had. So
yeah,
that's nice too.
It is. Okay, next question. Hey, Sofia, my mom used to let my now ex-boyfriend sleep over when his power was shut off due to his family not being able to afford to pay their bills. Fast forward to a couple years after high school, he no longer struggled with money. And a year after that, he broke up with me because I was too poor for him. So moral of the story here is that men will always have the audacity.
What? Wait, okay, so he was sleeping over at the house?
Wait, I thought that question was going to
go
completely different. I'm like, your mom is letting him have sleepovers? Wait, what? No, so this girl dated this guy. He had no money and would sleep over at their house because he didn't have power at his. His family couldn't afford it. And then once he started making money, he basically left this girl in the dust.
What a king.
And said
he had a glow up. He was like, you're all poor for me now. That's like me to my siblings. I'm like,
you're literally like, you guys should move. Like, get your shit together.
I'm like, okay, lady, like you need to get your shit together. Sounds like you need to start being a content creator. Like,
right?
No, but for real. That guy's psycho. How does he have no ego to sleep at, to need money for power? Okay, money, you can get money from places. Like, how did he not have enough money for power?
I mean,
oh wait, not that sounds insensitive, for real.
No,
for real.
no.
I'm not trying to get canceled.
No, I understand what you're saying. It was the way that she wrote it. I just don't get how this guy went from, like, he literally, how did he have that type of glow up? Yeah. Like, he had no shame in asking to like sleep there, and then had no issue telling the girl like, fuck off, I have money now.
He sounds like a narcissist, for real.
Thank you.
Yeah, if any guy ever does if he wrongs me at all, he's a narcissist.
Anyone who does anything fucked up, I feel like I say that same shit. No, but this guy sounds fucked up. But also, like, if you do have a glow up and you start making money, sometimes you do like make new friends and new relationships. Okay, we're literally gonna get kicked off.
I know.
Okay, next question. Hey, Sofia. I've been struggling with living in a major city where everyone is literally a clone of each other. Blonde, tall, skinny. Okay, Becca, this is for you. This was literally targeted at you, this question. And I'm a short, skinny Latina and brunette. So how do I get over the comparison and the fact guys only want those tall, skinny, blonde girls?
No.
I'm trying so hard to ignore, but like everywhere I go, everyone looks the same and I feel like an outsider. Okay, well, Becca, you're about to move to LA.
So.
I
feel like she's talking about LA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Manifest, like literally you have to walk into a room and fake the confidence, because by the way, I'm not tall and like I'm not like naturally gorgeous. So I feel like people, when you have that belief though, that you are, then energy follows you. And also, you know that old saying, it's like, just because a flower is beautiful doesn't mean it takes away from your beauty, you know?
Yes.
Like you are exactly the type of girl that like your person will want to be with. Like I promise you. So when you get into the comparison game, it's never going to end well. So, Ever. And remember, they're not pretty like you, you know? Like, you're pretty like you. So
yes.
I feel like you're probably being a little bit too harsh on... What camera am I supposed to be looking at? I've been looking at different ones. But I feel like she's being too harsh on herself.
I agree. I mean, she's saying everyone is blonde, tall, and skinny, and that's the only type of girl guys like.
That's just a negative mindset.
That's a negative mindset. That's a huge exaggeration. I don't really think that that's accurate at all. If anything, I feel like dudes are into like the thick ass
I know. Yeah,
shit.
I know. I was telling my manager that last night.
That I wish I could be.
Yeah, but no, for real. Okay, fake your confidence and it sounds like you're hurting. You're totally valid in having like that feeling and being insecure, but just fake it till you make it. And I promise you, like if you believe, oh, every guy in this room that I'm about to walk into, they're in love with me. Yeah. Then they will be. So
I totally agree with that. You like that vibration will come off and you will attract everything that you want.
Yes, exactly.
I totally feel that. Also, yeah, there's guys aren't into just like one look.
No,
You know?
no.
Every girl's gonna sit there and be like, no, they're really into this. Like I'm sitting here now being like, it's not the blonde, skinny, tall. It's like it's the thick, like who's a girl with the amazing ass? I was about to say Addison Rae. That is a TikToker. She is not 21, and we are not talking about her butt.
Is it Nike? No.
Yes, she has an amazing butt.
Yeah, hot.
Whatever. Guys, I'll post some fucking Instagram famous asses. Jen Selter.
Oh,
I mean, that wasn't who I was thinking about, but
there's so many that look amazing. Yeah.
I digress. But yeah, you're always gonna think the guy is probably like into whatever you're not. If you're not feeling good about yourself. Okay. This is the last question. Hey, Sofia, love the pod, and I'm dying to know. Fuck, marry, kill. Okay. Billionaire edition. Jeff Bezos, what? Elon Musk, Bill Gates.
Kill Bill Gates.
Because he's the ugliest. Oh. Wait, I'm wondering. Wait, is Bill Gates dead? No, Steve Jobs is dead. Okay. I think Bill Gates.
I was just kidding. That's my thing.
I think Bill Gates is alive and well and kicking.
No. Probably not. It's time. It's time.
No, I agree with that though. No, I'm sorry. If we're just basing it off
looks why. I thought we were doing billionaire, like vibe.
Well, they're all billionaires.
Okay, so I would marry Elon Musk because I feel like, well, actually, he seems like crazy and evil. Listen to this. Being with Elon Musk, how miserable would you be? Because think about it. All he talks about is how we're all living in a computer. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's not a fun way to live. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You didn't have to listen to that. That wasn't that important.
I think Elon Musk, he's like dated a lot of fucking girls, right? Grimes. Yeah, he dated Amber Heard. Like,
oh my God, he's had some phases.
He's been through.
He doesn't have a type, does he?
No, he doesn't have a type. First of all, I'm fucking killing Jeff Bezos. He's the ugliest one and he's the richest one, which makes me, once you hit billionaire status, you can't be normal. And I don't care what anyone tells me. Like I've met billionaires before and like you're not a normal human at that point.
Isn't that enough money? Like $1 million?
Right?
I don't know. Like
right?
Being like a multi-millionaire, that would be enough for me. I'd be like, all right, I need to chill. Like I'm getting crazy right now.
Yeah.
With being a billionaire, you have to be a psychopath. Think about all the kids you could feed people. Why do you not give it away to people? If you're a billionaire?
So Jeff Bezos, I shit on this guy I was about to say this poor guy, like he even knows that I exist on planet Earth.
Now you're gonna start beef with Jeff Bezos. He's like, gets your account blocked.
I wish. But he donated, I think, $1 million or something.
Oh, shut up.
And at the time, I thought to myself, what a great guy. Like $1 million.
Amazing.
And then this post came out and it broke down the numbers and it was like, so that's a penny. That's literally a penny.
Is he single right now? Does he have kids?
No.
Where is this money going?
So he went through a divorce.
Oh.
And because he cheated on his wife and he's dating this reporter lady.
She got a lot of money from that.
She got a lot of money. She donated almost all of it to charity.
Queen. That is who we should be idolizing right now.
So to answer your question,
kill all three.
We're killing all of them. Yeah, they all suck. But
I'll take $1 million.
Also, they're billionaires, and I would not say no if they asked me on a date. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, Becca, you are fucking incredible. You are so, so funny. Where can they find you?
I'm on TikTok and Instagram. It's at Becca Moore with 3 C's and 3 O's. Also, I have merch that just came out.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, it's for the girls, not the guys.
For the girls, not the guys, which is another like TikTok thing you do that I love. Can you quickly tell us like what's something for the girls, not for the guys?
Furniture. Just kidding. These that we're sitting on right now. Comfort in general.
Furniture. I know. I saw one
air conditioning.
Air conditioning. Shoes.
Yeah. Shoes, blankets, anything soft. Anything with color.
Yeah. No, content creation.
Oh my God.
Only that's for girls. Only for girls.
Yeah. Not for the guys.
No, absolutely not. I agree with that. I'm trying to think of like anything else. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Blow dryer.
What?
Girls. Only for girls.
If a guy just pulled out, oh my God, when they have like hygiene products.
A brush?
Hide that from me. One time I found this guy, I was dating this guy and I found like concealer in his thing and I was like, No. I don't know. That just made me feel uncomfortable.
No.
It's like, you are hotter. He was just hotter than I was. So that was like, really? You need concealer too? Like,
oh,
no.
you cannot date a guy that's hotter than you. That's another theory I have.
You have to be
everyone.
way hotter. No.
Yeah, being hot only for the girls.
Only for the girls.
Okay.
Being attractive, yeah.
We got this. And you guys know where to find me, Sofia with an F, Franklin with a Y. And on TikTok, just slap the number 0 onto the end of that, which I found out literally like 3 weeks ago. And Sleuths, Becca, thank you so much for coming on.
I love you. This is like my favorite day I've ever had. Are you kidding?
Stop.
Damn, girl.
Oh my God. Okay, we will be turning that into a clip. Becca, thank you so much. Sleuths, I'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Woo! Okay.